What is good, y'all? Welcome back to Chris and Ralph Productions. As always, I am Chris, and I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Today is June 14th, 2024, and tonight I'm going to be doing my review for Ultraman Rising.
Is for messing up my game. Not good.
Ultraman Rising, it is a brand new Netflix animated film which just released today, I believe. It is Ultraman is a Japanese character, so this is sort of like Netflix's version of that character, and it follows baseball player slash Ultraman Ken Sato and his struggles with balancing being Ultraman, a baseball player. He becomes a dad. He has sort of like a struggle relationship with his father, and between all that, this is just a beautiful story. So every time I do a review, especially this year, whenever it's something that I really love, I always say that's the best this year. That's one of the best this year, or that's my favorite this year. Ultraman Rising is the most emotional, at least for that I felt, the most emotional that I felt for a film this whole year. I got to go back and look and see what's come out this year, but this is just an amazing film. I was talking to because Ralph and I we just got done watching it, and we both looked at each other and we said this should have been in theaters. And I think Ultraman Rising definitely should have been in theaters, and I'm gonna recommend this movie to anybody who is like, I need a good animation movie. I'm gonna recommend Ultraman Rising. So Ultraman Ken Sato is played by Christopher Sean. His father is played by Getty Watanabe. And then there's two other characters, well, three other characters. You have Ken Sato's mother, Mina, played by Tamlin Tomita. Sorry, I gotta read that correctly. She also plays his voice assistant, Amiko. And then last but not least, we have Ami, who is a reporter for the baseball team that Ken Sato plays for. She's voiced by Julia Harriman. So what I love about this movie the most is it is more than anything, it's a story about how family relationships can go through turmoil. It can go through peaks and valleys. And this movie is a lot about forgiveness. And what I think what this film does is when you have a father-son relationship that has been tested, at times the father may have been absent because of other responsibilities or whatever it may be. This movie definitely puts a mirror into that situation. And what Ultraman Ken Sato, he at times at the beginning of the movie is a very selfish person, but him being Ultraman and throughout the movie and being put a responsibility of raising a baby kaiju, he starts to develop a more, emotional human interest towards others. And I absolutely love that film for it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I got teary-eyed multiple times in the film. I don't know if it's because I may be in a vulnerable place right now. I don't know. But this film definitely tugs on the heartstrings. What I love most about this movie is the human element, the relationships, and also the artwork and the animation style. Very, very beautiful. It is not necessarily stylistic at times, but whenever he's Ultraman and he's doing his moves and he's fighting, there's beautiful, beautiful pieces of art that's developed, put on the screen, and you're like, that's beautiful to look at. I don't want to give anything away in terms of story, but all like I mentioned earlier, it's about Ken Sato, him developing emotions towards others, him working on a relationship with his father, him looking for his mother because his mother's missing, and they only, you know what? Now that I'm talking about it, he sort of was developing a friendship with the reporter Ami. I don't know if it was developing into sort of a love interest. I don't think the movie was ever alluding to that. But I'm not familiar with Ultraman. This is my first ever introduction to the character. I know Ultraman is a big character in Japan. That's where Ultraman's from. So this is my introduction to this character. So I don't know if they have any relationships in, the mangas or any other adaptations. But from what I see, I think that's what it's going to end up leaning towards. And this movie does leave it open for a sequel, but if they don't ever do a sequel, first, that would be a travesty. But if they don't ever do a sequel, this movie 100% has a satisfying ending. You're going to leave um, with hope, you're going to leave with joy, and you're going to leave wanting more as well. So, guys, I can't recommend this movie enough. This is just a review that I just did. I just got done watching the movie not even 15 minutes ago. I wanted to get in the camera and just talk about this film. I want to recommend this movie as much as I can. Push this movie because it's Netflix. If it's not number one for an X amount of weeks, then they're not probably going to develop a sequel. So I want this movie to get a sequel. So guys, check this out on Netflix right now, Ultraman Rising. If you're still watching, please like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps out the channel. As always, guys, I'm Chris. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.